Y'all know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllDay.com.
Everybody wants to make it in life, right? Quote unquote make it. We all want to make it. There's no concrete definition of what making it means, but we all want to do it. We all want to reach some level of success where we can look around and be like, you know what? I did it. I made it, you know? Or you want to get in a position where people that know you, or maybe somebody who just met you, looks at your situation or looks at what you're doing or looks at who you're being as a person. They say, oh, you made it. You know, you did a TED Talk. You made it. You was on the cover of Forbes. You made it. You got on this basketball team. You made it. You know, you got this pretty girlfriend or attractive boyfriend. You made it. You got a family and kids. You got married. You made it. Everybody wants to get to that level of quote unquote making it. And there are certain things, whatever making it happens to be for you, there are certain things that keep people from making it in life. And one of the things that I learned, see, I'm the type of person, I usually like to focus on the positives of things, like the things that are going to help you, the things that will help you become successful, the things that will make you reach the goals, the things that will make you make it. But I learned when I was reading this book by Napoleon Hill called Outwitting the Devil, when Andrew Carnegie first gave him the instruction that led to the book Think and Grow Rich, Andrew Carnegie said to him, yes, you need to find the things that lead to success, but you also need to examine and share with people the factors that lead to failure, because people need to know what to avoid, and they also need to be able to recognize when they're doing things that may lead to failure, because they may be completely unaware that even though they're taking all these success actions, they may also be taking failure actions at the same time. And y'all know what happens when you mix positive actions and negative actions at the same time. What happens? You end up neutral. You go one step forward and one step back. So I want to make sure that you avoid these three things that can lead to people not making it in life. And the first thing that leads to people not making it is this: the better that you get at anything, ladies and gentlemen, the better you get, the more successful you get, the more attention and recognition comes your way, the more negativity will come your way from other people, places, and things. The better you get, the more negativity will come your way, also known, aka what a lot of you know as hating. Like, people like to use that phrase. I don't like using that phrase, but y'all understand what I'm saying. The better you get at anything, you're going to get a bunch of people who see your success, or they see your achievements, or they see your progress, and your progress represents to those people, the people that you call haters. They don't actually hate you. They don't actually dislike you as a person. What it is that your achievements, when they see you achieving things, they're thinking in their mind, okay, how is this person doing it and I'm not? And there are two ways that a person can look at that. When you see somebody doing something that you're not doing, there's two ways you can see it. You can see it as, number one, I need to work harder, get better, put in more effort, rethink my strategy so I can achieve just like they're achieving. Or number two, and number one takes a lot of hard work and effort. Number two, something that takes a lot less work, they can find something negative to say about you, something that makes you look bad, and just throw that up against you. Why? Because that takes way less effort, way less energy, and what that does is pull you down to their level so you two are equal again, so they feel good. So that's where hating comes from. That's what we call hating is not actual hate. What it is that person, well, they don't hate you, they actually hate their own situation. But instead of doing the hard work to get up to where you at, they just pull you down because it takes less effort. So the number one thing y'all gotta understand, hello to you too. Number one thing y'all understand is that this is the first thing that keeps people from being successful, from making it, is that the better that you get, the more negativity comes your way. And most people, I'm not saying y'all, but most people, when they get a lot of negativity coming their way, a lot of haters, a lot of people talking shit, a lot of people trying to slow them down, you know what? It actually works. See, the reason why hating, y'all know what I mean when I say hating. I'm going to just use that so y'all understand. The reason why hating is so prevalent in the world today is because it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's why people keep doing it. See, anything that doesn't work, anything that does not, what's up, Sweden? Anything that does not produce results over the long term, people are not going to keep doing it. So there's something that comes with hating on other people that produces a result for people, which is the reason why it keeps happening. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, Dre, that doesn't make sense. There are a lot of things that we know doesn't produce results. It doesn't produce success. Why are people doing that? Well, the thing is, you have to understand that producing results and producing success for different people means different things. See, some people want security. Some people want to just feel like they're the same as everybody else. Some people want to feel like they're right in the middle of the group with the average. Some people see that as being successful. So you got to understand that though you might not see it as successful, other people do. So the people who hate that negativity, the reason they keep doing it because it works. It brings people down. It slows people down from going after their accomplishments. How many people you ever know a famous person or somebody you know, even you yourself, have started to become successful, right? And then you get a whole bunch of hating ass people talking shit about you, trying to slow you down, or that person, maybe a famous person, maybe somebody you know, they start getting all this negativity coming their way. And you know what they end up doing? Tell me if this is you ever seen this happen. They start focusing on the negativity, focusing on the hate, start responding to the haters, talking shit back to them, getting angry about it. They start putting so much energy into the people that's hating on them that all of a sudden they no longer focusing on the thing that made them successful in the first place, that led to the hate in the first place. How many of you ever seen that happen? Or has had it happen to you before? You have people, they start to become successful, the negativity comes their way, but then they start focusing on the negativity, which takes their focus off of the thing that made them successful, and then all of a sudden, they not doing the thing that made them successful all over again. It's like, damn, the hate worked. That's hating working right there. That's how hate works, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to make sure that you stay away from that trap, because it's the number one trap that keeps people from making it. Is as soon as all that negativity comes their way, the first seeds of success come, then the negativity comes. People start focusing on the negativity, slowing down because of the hate, and then all of a sudden they lost their success. Is it like jealousy? Yeah, hate, jealousy is pretty much the same thing. Well, somebody can be jealous without hating, but a lot of times when people are jealous, they start hating, usually. All right, so that's the number one thing that keeps people from making it. Number one is that the better you get, the more negativity will follow you. And please keep tapping the screen. Can I get 500 hearts each from everybody? I'd appreciate it. All right. Number two thing that keeps people from being successful in life is this, from making it, from quote unquote making it in life is this. Most people quit or walk away after one setback, one failure, or one quote unquote what we call a no in life. And a no, basically, when I say a no in life, that doesn't necessarily mean you asking somebody a question. What's up, Sterling? That doesn't necessarily mean you asking somebody a question and they say, no, I'm not interested. Doesn't mean you offer a product or service and they say, no, I don't want to do it. When I mean no, that means like you go try out for the basketball team and the coach cuts you. He doesn't pick you up for the team. A no means you go to a job interview and they don't call you back. They don't hire you for that job. A no means, what's up, Mary Cat? A no means you go try to talk to this girl in the mall and she turns you down. She ignores you because she's not interested in giving you her phone number. So a no, ladies and gentlemen, means anything that you attempt to do that you want to do, but it doesn't work out the way that you want it to. That's the universe or the world or a person or a job or a business telling you no. Most people quit after being told no one time in anything. We know the sales statistics that what the number is 48, almost 50% of salespeople, ladies and gentlemen, never follow up on a sales call, which means somebody tries to sell something to you, they don't sell it, what's up, Darren, they're unsuccessful at selling it to you, and then they never even call you back to follow up on the first time that they shared the information or shared the product or shared the service. Most people try things one time, doesn't work, don't do it again. Somebody says to me, Dre, I want to start making YouTube videos. I see you make YouTube videos. I say, okay, have you started making some? Yeah, I started making some, Dre. I put out like 10 videos last year, but nobody was watching them. I was getting like 5 views per video, so I stopped. That's what most people do in life. That's a metaphor right there for life, is what people do. Or, Dre, I started tweeting, but I don't have any followers, so I stopped. Or, I started posting on Instagram, but I was only getting like 1 like. Nobody was liking my pictures, so I was embarrassed. So I took all my pictures down and I stopped posting on Instagram. That's what most people do. Or, Dre, I started periscoping, but nobody was watching my stream. I was doing a live stream and there was nobody watching, literally nobody, just my grandma, because I had her trying to work it to make sure it was working properly. She was the only one watching. I felt embarrassed, so I stopped sharing information and I don't do Periscope no more. That's what most people do. They stop doing things after they're being told no. Quality first thing, quality people need to realize that. Yeah, sometimes in life, absolutely. There's sometimes it works both ways. But yes, people it's not even about it either being quality or quantity. It's just about not quitting. It doesn't matter whether it's quality. It could be terrible, but you just got to keep going. What most people do in life is they quit after they're told no one time. So you must keep going, ladies and gentlemen. The first time you get told no is the time that most people will quit. So as long as you keep going, when everybody else quit after being told no, you got a chance to be successful. If you quit after the first no, you're being like most people, and most people don't quote unquote make it because they quit as soon as they get told no. So the number 2 thing that stops people from being successful or from quote unquote making it in life is that they quit after being told no. Here's the number 3 thing. What's up, Adam? Number 3 thing, you just ordered the Super U. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody who got the Super U, which is at dreallday.com/Amazon. That's one of my books. I'll talk about that later. Number 3 thing that stops people from being successful. So we already know number one is that people see the negativity coming their way once they start to be successful. Thank you. Fucking amazing. I appreciate that. People see the negativity coming their way and they slow down because they get distracted by the negativity, or they get persuaded by the negativity to slow down on what they're doing. Number 2 reason is that people get told no one time and then they quit. Most people quit after being told no. And here's the 3rd reason why most people don't make it in life. Check this out. This is the 3rd reason that people don't make it in life, is that most people, too many people, are focused on what the average is doing, and whatever you focus on, you create. What do I mean by that? See, if you're going to quote unquote make it in life, not everybody makes it. Can we agree that not everybody quote unquote makes it in life? Only a small percentage of people make it. So let's just say the top 5% of people in life make it, right? So if the top 5% of people in life make it, that means 95% of people are not making it, which means if an average person, let's say they're going out and they're trying to make it, they start to do their thing, they starting to do things that can help them make it. They look around at the people around them. You look at 100 people, 95 of them are doing average things. 5% of them are doing things that will help them make it. If people just look randomly at anybody, they're going to see the 95%. 95% of the time, anything you pay attention to, whatever you pay attention to, you will create in your life. Whatever you're focused on, that's what you're going to become. So if you focus on the average, which is the easiest thing to do because there's so many of them around, that's exactly what you create. Most people look around when they start doing things, when they see that they're isolated because they're doing something that only the top 5% do. You know what? They feel alone. They feel scared. They feel isolated. And you know what they do? They start taking actions unconsciously. This is not something that people do on purpose. Nobody starts to do great things that'll help them make it and then say, you know what? Let me do things that will make me not make it on purpose. Nobody does it on purpose. These are things that happen unconsciously because we're not aware of what we're doing. We start focusing on what the average people are doing, that 95%, and we start doing what the 95% is doing. And then all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, we're right back there at the average. So the number 3 thing that keeps people from quote unquote making it in life is that they start focusing on what most people are doing. If you focus on what most people are doing, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get what most people have. You're going to end up like who? Most people. So you have to focus on what you need to do. You got to make it clear what you need to do and not focus on what everybody else is doing. So what you need to do, and the comment is when making it, most will say that's not possible. Exactly. Most will say that's not possible. And a lot of times people won't say it's not possible out loud. They say it in their minds and their actions will reflect it. So one of the things that I'll talk about in the future streams, you have to learn to read between the lines of people's actions and what people don't say, not necessarily always what people do say, because people will say one thing, which is a good reason, but the real reason is something that they will never verbalize because it'll make them look like a dumbass. Like if they say, well, you know, I don't believe I can be successful. How many times have you ever heard, how many times do people actually say that? Not often do people just tell you, I don't believe I can be successful, but they come up with some great excuses that is saying that, but not saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you got to learn how to read in between the lines of what people say. A lot of people get jealous when they see you're about to make it. Exactly. That's what I said in step 1. So let me repeat steps 1 through 3. Number 1, people get focused on the negativity, allow it to slow them down. Number 2, people quit after being told no one time. And a no, I mean that figuratively, not literally. And number 3 is that people get focused on the average, what everybody else is doing. And when you focus on everybody else, you're going to be like everybody else. So those are the 3 things that keep people from making it in life. And those are the 3 things, ladies and gentlemen, that you are going to make sure you avoid. And the reason that I share these is because you need to become aware of these viruses to success. These are success viruses, like viruses that kill success. You're going to become aware of these viruses. And anytime you find yourself becoming susceptible to one of these viruses, you're going to stop doing this. He says it starts at childhood and our upbringings as well. It can start in childhood and our upbringings, but I don't like to use that because sometimes people use their upbringing as an excuse. So I don't want to even say the upbringing is the thing that causes it. Maybe it could cause negativity. It could cause positivity. It could lead to somebody to want to work a job. It could lead to somebody wanting to be an entrepreneur. But listen, I know plenty of adults who were raised completely different from how they become, and they raised their children completely different from how they were raised, because we can all educate ourselves. The great thing about the world we live in 2016 is that education and information is free, is widespread, and is accessible by anybody. So nobody can use a lack of knowledge as an excuse for not achieving things in life these days. Speaking of knowledge and achieving and information being available, I am the author of 7 books. You can find them at dreallday.com/Amazon. My latest book is called Dre Philosophy Volume 0. Just released that this past Friday. We're still working on getting the hard copy version ready. The hard copy version, this book is 820 something pages. So it's going to be a thick book if you get the physical copy, but you can also get the digital copy on Kindle. You can get it on iBooks. So that's dreallday.com/Amazon or /iBooks. You can get those books either one. So what is it about? Dre Philosophy Volume 0. What does it sound like it's about? If you just heard that title, what would you think that book was about? So I want to hear what you think. Just off the title, because I want the title to kind of give you somewhat of an idea. Yes, I am a speaker. Motivational speaker, you can say that. Motivational speaker, I speak about branding and marketing on the business side, content marketing, social media. And on the philosophical side, motivation, I talk about confidence, I talk about building your belief, talk about success principles, goal setting, leadership, and team building. Sounds like I'm a sophomore. I don't even know what that means. The name of the book is Dre Philosophy Volume 0. You can get it at dreallday.com/DP0, i.e. Dre Philosophy 0. DP0, and you can just find it on iBooks. You can also find it on Amazon. Just search in the title, in the title box. The search box, put in the title, you'll see it. I got 6 other books. The Insta Philosopher came out this year. I got the Super You is about confidence. Mental Handbook is about the mental game. The Mirror Motivation is a self-discipline book to motivate you, to make you forget about the book. The other book is called the Overseas Basketball Blueprint. Overseas Basketball Blueprint is those of you interested in playing basketball professionally overseas. And my first book is called Buy a Game. And you know what? I'm going to give you Buy a Game for free. When you click the link in my Periscope bio right now, click that link. It'll take you right to dreallday.com. Put your email address in the pop-up box, and you will get my first book, Buy a Game, completely for free. We'll send it to you via email, and that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Oh, yeah, hit me on Snapchat if you got any questions, or email Dre@dreallday.com is my email. My Snapchat is @Dre Baldwin. Work on your game. Make sure you get my first book, Buy a Game. It is free. Click the link right here below in the video description. I'm on all your favorite social media platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope. All the links are right down here below. Is either Dre Baldwin or Dre All Day on each one of those sites. And make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down there and the thumbs up like button. Subscribe so you catch all the new content. Work on your game. Dre All Day.